Prime Minister. And now, I would like to recognize all the leader of opposition to open the opposition space.
The Prime Minister told you that Pokemon is a game that encourages you to go outside. What we on the opposition side are going to prove to you is that not only is this a good thing, but that it should be encouraged and that it is your right as people and citizens of Thailand to be able to choose to make the choices that you want to make. So my rebuttals will be incorporated into my arguments, but mostly what we want to question them on is the idea of addiction. And what I will prove to you is, first of all, addiction is a choice, and it is a choice that you have the right to make. And what Anne will continue to talk about is further things that will damage Thailand's society and the further benefits that can come from you being able to play Pokemon Go. So first of all, let's go back and have a look at what the Prime Minister told you was actually the problem in this debate. He told you that there are some people out there who die because they're not paying attention to where they're going. There are some people out there who get lured to places and end up having their phones stolen or crimes committed against them. What we say is this is not a problem with the game itself, but a problem with the people who are using these games. And these problems are on an individual level. Now, the reason that we think that this is serious is because it shows a lack of education and a lack of knowledge in terms of the consequences for your actions. So our counter proposal, instead of banning, we say that the problem is not with the game, but with the users. So what the government should be doing is actually teaching people and telling people about the harms that are inherent in not paying attention to where you're going and not paying attention to what you're doing, and as well as the harms inherent in getting addicted to this game. So what we talk about first of all is we want to question their idea of the role of government. So they're telling you that as the government, what they want to do is they want to babysit you. They want to make sure that anything at all in the world that might be any sort of harm is going to be taken away from you. We say that this is not the role of government. Government should be facilitating your abilities to make choices, to do what it is that you want to do, and to be able to do them safely. The role of the government is to tell you what the harms are and what the problems are and allow you to choose yourself. Why do we say that this is the role of the government? The example is in smoking and drinking. There are inherent harms associated with smoking and drinking. We tell you what those harms are, yes?
You said that smoking and drinking is the problem. It is still the problem even though you educate them already. It doesn't fix anything at all, education.
I'm not saying there isn't going to be a problem. I'm saying you have the right to choose whether you want to make that problem your problem or not. We say that there are harms, and as the responsible government, we tell you that if you drink, you may have liver problems. If you smoke, you may get lung cancer. These are things that will happen to you if you choose to participate in these activities. On the other hand, we know that eating and drinking has benefits and fun, and we want to have it. So as an informed citizen, I have the right to make the choice to take the risk. Once I make that choice to take the risk, I am no longer my government's problem. I am my problem, and I learn what the consequences of my actions are. So the second level of the argument is that it's important that you are allowed to have that choice, because if you continue to be taken care of for the rest of your life, taken care of and not allowed to make decisions, you do not learn about the consequences of your actions. The problem with that is that whenever anything goes wrong for you, you begin to blame other people. You say, I got run over because it was Pokemon Go's problem, and I got run over because the government didn't ban it, which is really, quite frankly, not a responsible thing to say. What you should be saying is, I got run over because I was irresponsible. If you do not make choices that lead to consequences, you will never learn what it is to be a responsible adult. At the end of the day, we think that what is important for the country is not having a completely safe people who all live in a bubble, who about what it means to make choices and make mistakes, but what it truly means to have a nice, good population that can go out and make a difference in the world is a population that is responsible, a population who knows what it is to make the choices, knows the consequences, and has the freedom to be able to exercise their freedom to choose to have fun and do it responsibly. With this, very proud to oppose.
So the speaker spoke for 5 minutes 4 seconds. Thank you, the leader of opposition. And now